That down. Let's move on to this. You know, it was with some skepticism that people received the news a little over a year ago that they were going to be doing a How to Train Your Dragon live action film. I, for one, think it's going to be a difficult one to pull off visually, but if they do, it could be really special because I love those movies. Those movies are great. You got great base source material to work from. You can do some great stuff with it if you do it well. Well, the other day they dropped the first image of it. It just looked like it was Hiccup standing in an arena.
Right.
Nothing much to write home about. It was like, okay, well, there you go. There it is. This morning, though, they dropped the first short teaser that gave us our first look at Hiccup as at Gerard Butler as his dad. By the way, wonderful idea to bring back, of course, Gerard Butler did the voice of Hiccup's dad in the original films. To actually bring him in to physically play it in live action, I think is great. So we got our first look at him. And some would say most importantly, I think most of us would agree most importantly, we got our first look at Toothless. And Toothless looks, look, I'll say it, perfect. It's perfect. That looks perfect. And as soon as I saw him open those puppy dog eyes, my heart smiled. My heart absolutely smiled. Now, listen, I will admit, I was one of the guys that I thought, you know, you want to make Toothless look like that Night Fury from the movie, but you're going to have to adapt to his look a little bit to come across better in live action. I was wrong. I was wrong. That is an exact pixel by pixel Toothless, and it looks great.
Mm-hmm.
And that wonderful scene with Hiccup with his head turned away and his hand stretched out, and then it actually touches. Didn't that warm your heart? When Toothless leans into his hand and then closes his eyes, you're like, oh, come on.
This might be the first time I've ever said when I saw it, I was like, why didn't they just start with live action? It looks that good to me.
It would have been hard to make.
I know, but I'm just saying that's how good it looks to me. The trailer, I don't know if they're going to go one for one, the story. I'm not sure, but
there may be some adaptations, but it seems like it's about the same.
The biggest worry was the dragons. Like, how would they?
Yeah, because in the animated movie, some of the dragons look really weird.
Kind of like,
and then we saw them. We saw them flying down. We saw the two.
Yeah, but a lot of these look more like traditional dragons.
They do, but there is a bulky one in the upper corner there. There's some that look a little more salamandery and rounded.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they go with that.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
oh my God.
The look of it is just fantastic. It made my heart smile. And listen, I actually, full disclosure, I actually had this trailer before it dropped. And so I showed it to Ray when he came in this morning. This was still before it dropped online. And so I hear Ray I'm working on something else, and I hear Ray over at his desk watching it. And then then it's kind of quiet. Then all I hear is Ray's going, $1 billion film. $1 billion film.
I don't know about that because the originals didn't make $1 billion, but this will pull in more.
You don't understand how much I love the first How to Train Your Dragon.
I want to know if you're
so good.
I want to know if Anne teared up if she's seen it yet, because
she had not. Like, I literally just told her about it before we started the show. She said, "Oh, I'm going to go watch it." Yeah. So she's in her office right now, probably watching it now.
She's got a meeting and tearing up.
I guarantee you, she's going to love it.
Question: will this make more than any of the How to Train Your Dragon animated films?
Ooh,
boy, I hope.
I think so.
I hope so.
You know what? If it's good, that's always the big question, right? If it's good,
right?
If this movie is good, you're going to build on all that nostalgia from all the original How to Train Your Dragon movies, combined with the fact that now you just have a good movie. It can't, because I think the biggest one was like, what, 680 or something? I can't remember how big the biggest one was.
500 and then about 620 and then 540.
So 620 was the highest grossing one.
So if it's over 600, then it peaked any of the films. But if at least it's between 5 and 6, it's in the range.
Yeah, I can see this. Again, if it's really good, because if it's terrible, it's not going to.
Sure.
But if it's real good, I can see this movie making 650, 700 million.
8.
I'm assuming
You're going to say 8?
Let's reach 8.
Well, that would be awesome.
Well, it's still a long ways off. I think the movie just, June or July?
Yeah.
So it's still a long ways off. I'll be honest with you. I'm not sure why they're dropping a first teaser for it now this far in advance.
I think because it's simply because it leaked.
Yeah.
They probably wanted to
Yeah.
hang on to it longer.
I mean, like I said, I got my hands on it early, and they
Yeah.
probably went, listen, some people are getting their hands on it already. We might as well just put the trailer
Give
out.
the full res.
It's probably a good idea.
And then I'm assuming then they're trying to make the idea is going to be of making a trilogy like the film.
Well,
I mean, like
sure,
the
yeah.
animated.
I mean, that's the great thing about it, right? The first movie is a complete movie.
Right.
Right? It's not like the end of Lord of the Rings Fellowship of the Ring where it's like, "Oh, look, Mr. Frodo, there's Mordor," and then the credits roll. Right? The first movie doesn't do that. The first movie is a fully self-contained movie.
Yeah.
So they can do it, and then fingers crossed, if it does do well, excellent, green light the sequel. Go for it.
Yeah.
And then they can adapt How to Train Your Dragon 2. So and if it doesn't do all that great, let's say it does okay, makes a little bit of money, and they're like, okay, fine. You know what? It was a self-contained movie. We can move on now. But
Yep.
yeah, clearly the goal will be to do the whole trilogy. So we'll see how they kind of turn out with it. Guys, question is for you. I thought for a quick, short little teaser for How to Train Your Dragon, it was perfect. It was perfect. For a short little well in advance teaser, I thought it was great. I think the kid who's playing Hiccup looks wonderful. I love seeing Gerard Butler in there. Toothless looks absolute perfection. I'm down with this.
June is going to be an insane month for 2025. We got Ballerina, then we got Elio and How to Train Your Dragon. 28 years later, F1, Megan 2.0, all down the line.
All in
Wow.
June.
All in June.
Wow.
That's going to be a big month. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, Mando. Thank goodness it is football season. It's time for tailgates, touchdowns, and Sunday cookouts with the crew. But unfortunately, along with the drinks and the food, sometimes you also bring along your odor. And that is why Mando whole body deodorant should be an absolute tailgate game day essential. And that's why Mando's the MVP. It's clinically proven 72-hour odor control, so it's perfect for long days at the game or at the bar. I'm loving the Clover Wood scent, but they've got options like bourbon leather, Mount Fuji, Pro Sport, and even unscented if you prefer to go stealth mode. I like to use it after the shower, before the gym, or even important meetings. It's that reliable. And right now, Mando's got a killer deal. New customers get $5 off their best-selling starter pack with my exclusive code Campea. That's over 40% off. Just go to shopmando, that's shopmando.com, and use the code Campea. Seriously, guys, if you want a deodorant that's aluminum-free, baking soda-free, and just works better than anything else you've tried, it's time to make the switch to Mando. So don't wait. Control body odor anywhere with Mando. Head over to shopmando.com and use the code Campea and get $5 off your starter pack. Trust me, you're going to love it. That's at shopmando.com. Go and check it out now. Anyway, guys, whatever you guys think about this, jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.